you struggle to get out of bed in the morning, you might be suffering from a mild to severe case of misalignment. If left undiagnosed, it can lead to extreme stress, a mild case of depression. Stop judging whether what you truly desire is selfish or not. Make time to reflect. People who make time to reflect on their deep desires and life path alignment report taking more aligned action, more satisfaction in their jobs, and healthier relationships. Side effects of reflection are common and include joy, less stress, and greater happiness with your current life. Reflection is for everyone. If you're unsure whether you're lacking alignment, call a friend or a loved one for a second opinion before starting your treatment. What's up, loopers? Just wanted to have a little bit of fun with the opening today as we reflect on the question, is my life path aligned with my deep desires? This is something I'm constantly asking myself, and I've had multiple junctures throughout my life where I've sat there and said, I need to be a lot more intentional about what I want. I need to be intentional about what it is I want to make sure that I've accomplished or achieved in the little limited time that we all have on this earth. As I was reflecting on the question this time around, I thought of 3 different buckets. The first one was my biggest fear in life. And I remember having a conversation with a mentor, and at the time I remember telling him, my biggest fear in life isn't failure. My biggest fear in life is dying and not being remembered. He was a Jewish mentor at the time, and he goes, you schmuck, that's what the Jews call a legacy. And so in some way, shape, or form, I've been chasing this internal desire to want to leave a legacy, to make sure that there's something there for my family that is bigger than just myself, right? That the impact extends beyond me in serving others. So I'm selfishly helping other people, selfishly creating a better world for my children and for their children, and selfishly imposing a vision of what I believe is the world that we all should be living in and striving towards. Then I took a step back and said, okay, I remember things as a child, and I don't know if they're exactly aspirations, but they were things that really resonated with me. And one of them was walking through the city one day and seeing this Trump sign. And I saw it on a hotel building, then I later saw it on a water bottle, and then I saw it on a belt. And I remember thinking to myself, I wanted to build a brand, because I later went on and looked at the brand, and there wasn't a really deep and meaningful story there, but I wanted to make sure that I could build a brand one day that children who are growing up like me would look into and read the story about how it was created and see themselves in it and recognize that their dreams really are their only limitations, and that if they put the time, the effort, and the energy, that they could achieve anything that they wanted in their lives. And in some way, shape, or form, I've been doing that as I've been building practice, and hopefully now with the work that we're doing together in this community around the learning loop. Then the other childhood aspiration, I'll say the second one, was in my, must have been 5th or 6th grade homeroom class, and we were just sitting there, a couple friends of mine, we were Googling. Google was brand new at the time, and I was looking for the secret to building wealth. Growing up in poverty, you deal with a lot of financial insecurity, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to deal with that financial insecurity as an adult. And I found out at the time, someone had said the secret to building wealth was solving problems. And so I knew from a really early age that I wanted to solve big problems, because the bigger the problems, the more money you made, the more security you had. And that's really what it meant for me. So I feel like I'm on that trajectory again with the work that we're doing with practice. And then the third one was more of a childhood fantasy and just marvel. When we were studying the Renaissance era, the idea of a Renaissance man, someone who was good in so many different areas or aspects of life. They weren't boxed into one thing, and they were really good at it. It wasn't that concept of doer of many, master of none. It was someone who had mastered multiple areas. And so when I thought about my life and life aspirations, I said I wanted to almost be this Renaissance man. And I feel like in the work that I do day in and day out that I'm exploring that aspiration. My interests aren't in one bucket, and I hope to be able to look back one day and say I wasn't just good in this one area, but I was good in multiple areas, and I made the difference that I wanted to make. So I was thinking about all of those things as I was reflecting on the question, is my life path aligned with my deep desires? So not every question sparks that same level of curiosity and reflection, but for me, this one did. I Hope this one does for you all. And if it doesn't, hopefully there was one in the past or one coming up in the future. Just thank you again. I say it every single time because I really mean it. I don't take your time or your attention for granted. And I know how serious learning is and how precious and valuable our time is. So I just want to say thank you again, loopers. Over 4,000 of us strong now, and hopefully more coming. Go out there and get after it.